Many thanks for joining us. We begin tonight at State House, Nairobi, where President Uhuru Kenyatta earlier today sought to write a new chapter in government relations with the media. The president hosted over 100 journalists to breakfast and pledged to run an open government. The president hinted at a new communication style and appointed veteran journalist Manoah Esipisu as the new spokesman for the presidency. But as KTN Sophia Wanuna reports, editors remain concerned about what they see as a new attempt to curtail press freedom in the country.
With barely a week before the 100-day mark for the Jubilee government, State House was opening its doors to rare kind of guests early morning. It was a first of its kind today when President Uhuru Kenyatta hosted members of the Fourth Estate here at State House for breakfast in what he said was a move to fulfill a pledge to ensure an open and transparent government.
And that openness, that transparency, and that accountability will not materialize without dialoguing closely and consulting closely with yourselves as members of the Fourth Estate.
With over 100 journalists present at the gathering, the Jubilee team pledged to open up government documents that are often kept away as state secrets.
We will make information available to the best of our ability.
The Editors Guild says the groundbreaking event is a step in the right direction, but it maintains journalists will continue to keep the government in check.
And we went through the formative years during the era when a visit to State House was viewed with suspicion. Mr. President, Mr. Deputy President, I am persuaded that times have changed. We were not called here to be compromised or to be wooed into supporting the Jubilee government. It is not a political mission. We are here principally to get to know each other, understand each other, and explore possible avenues of collaboration, specifically on the reform agenda.
The editors are especially concerned about clauses in proposed legislation that could curtail media freedom in the country.
We are also not quite happy with what looks like an attempt. In fact, I would call it yet another attempt, because it is a battle we have fought for 5 years, to usurp the functions of the Media Council and the Complaints Commission in regard to regulation of broadcast content.
The meeting also came in the wake of journalists' eviction from Parliament's media centre. The president says he has no power to influence Parliament, but promised to set up a media centre
that will be established and equipped by the government. We are not interested as a government in control and propaganda. That would be a disservice to the role of the media in nation building. The relationship between government and media need not be adversarial.
To start with, the president announced the establishment of the Presidential Strategic Communications Unit, PPSC, to replace the Presidential Press Service. Career journalist Manoah Esipisu will head the new body. He will also be the State House spokesman, replacing long-serving PPS Director Isaiah Kabera, who's been named Kenya's envoy to Australia.
There are certain radical suggestions we are going to make in the way we operate also in terms of freedom. Classic example is a public communication policy that we are working on right now.
And in yet another first, the president gave live interviews to all major TV stations in the country. Sophia Wanuna, KTN.